Good morning, children. Welcome to the online class. How are you, children? Children, in today's class, we are going to discuss about Newton's first law of motion, children. You know that there are three laws of motion, and in this class, we are going to discuss only the first law of motion, children. So, Newton's first law of motion states that every object or body which remains in the state of rest or in the state of uniform motion unless an external force acts on it, children. I will repeat again, children, the definition. Every body or object remains in the rest position or in the state of uniform motion unless an external force acts on it to change its motion. Okay, children, you take the example of this chalk piece, children. I am keeping this chalk piece here. I am keeping the chalk piece here, and it will be remained in the rest position up to many years. We cannot say 1 or 2 or 3 years unless that object is externally disturbed by this. Okay, children, I am keeping the chalk piece again. If I am not disturbing the chalk piece, it will be remain for number of years. Okay, but when I am applying any external force, it was changing its position. In the same way, you take the example of a football. So this is a football, children. You just give a kick. What will happen, children, in the next case? The football starts to move on the floor. Okay, it is in the continuous motion unless an external force. If suppose another player in the opposite direction, if he comes and stops that ball, until then it moves continuously. Means here the thing is, it will be remain either in the state of rest or in the state of uniform motion unless an external force has to be acted. Understand, children? If there is no external force acting, that will be stayed in the same position. If it will stays in the rest position, it will be in the rest position. If it moves in the same uniform motion, it will be in the same uniform motion, children, unless an external force acts on it. And one more thing, Newton says that Newton's first law explains that if suppose no net force is acting on any body, what is the state of that? What is the state of that? See, children, take a duster and I am keeping on the surface of my hand, and there was no net force acting on this. And there was no net force acting on this. I am not pushing to move its position. What will the position of it, children? It will be remain in the rest position. It will be remain in the rest position. So, children, you have to consider that. And writing the definition, every object will remain in the rest position, in the rest or state of uniform motion unless an external force acts on it. So, children, to change the position of any object or body, definitely we have to induce some external force. The external force means you can kick, you can hit, you can do a number of activities, children. All these are considered as the external activities. Understand, children? Right now we will discuss some activities regarding the Newton's first law of motion. The first activity is observing the motion of pen cap kept on a paper hook. That is the first activity, children. Activity 1. So, children, So consider this as a bottle, children. You consider this as an empty bottle, and you have to take a thick paper ring. If suppose A4 sheet paper is there, you want to cut into half part, children. After cutting that half part, you have to make it in a circular position, children, and keep it over the mouth of the bottle. This acts as a circular strip, children. Circular strip. You have to make it by taking from the paper, and on over of the paper strip you want to keep a pen cap. Pen cap. Okay, children. And children, remember here, while keeping that pen cap on the paper hook or strip, you have to see that its position is in the center. It is aligning to the center or not, you have to check it, children. Then only you have to keep that pen cap over the strip. So right now, children, I arranged that bottle. On over the bottle I kept a paper strip, and over that I have kept a pen cap, children. Right now, as fast as you remove this paper strip with a large amount of force, children, as fast as you, then what will happen, children? The pen cap will fall in the bottle. Yes or no? Why? Because here you have applied an external force, children. Previously it was in the state of rest. The pen cap was in the state of rest because no external force was acting on over it. But right now, in the next case, when you pulling that entire paper strip as fast as you can, then in the next case same it is falling in the bottle. It is falling in the bottle means you made the position of the pen cap to change its position. Okay, children, you made the pen cap to change its position. Right now it was in the motion. Here also you applied external force. Understand, children? If there is no external force, then the bodies or objects will be remain in the same rest position. Understand, children? So this is activity 1, children. Regarding that, I am writing the activity 1 name, observing the motion of pen cap kept on a paper strip. Understand, children? Again I am explaining. In the first case you have just kept that pen cap over the paper strip, children, and it was remain in the rest position because you are not applying any external force over it. But in the next case, when you are pulling the entire paper strip, you made that the position to be changed. Whose position, children? Here, pen cap. Then pen cap will obviously fall here, children. Okay, means to change its state of rest or state of motion, definitely you have to induce some force. That is nothing but external force. Next activity, children, activity 2. Observing the motion of coins hit by a striker. Children, you know carom board. Take a carom board and place a stack of coins. And place a stack of coins on the carom board. What is stack? Stack means aligning them in the vertical position. You know, many times you will keep one coin and other coin on the over of another coin like this, no? So this is a stack, children. Stack. So you want to take some carom coins and you want to make them in the stack position on the carom board, children. Right now, with the help of the striker, you hit the bottom coin of the stack as fast as you can, children. Children, when you strike with the striker, one of the coin will be removed from that stack. Only one coin, children. If you just kept a little amount of force, then all the coins will fall. But if you keep a large amount of force, only one of the coin will be removed from that stack. and all the coins in the stack position will slide down vertically. Means they are not falling. Only one of the coin, that is nothing but bottom coin only, children. The bottom coin will be removed from that stack and all the coins will stay in the vertical position, because you are applying again here an external force. This external force caused the coin to be removed out of that stack. Means in order to make the object to move or to stay, you have to apply some external force. Understand, children? And one more example I will say, children. You know, in a cupboard there will, or shelf, there will be a number of books. You want to take out only physics book from that stack of books. Then you will apply a large amount of force only on the particular book to remove that. Yes or no? While you are removing that only particular book, all the books will fall or all the books will come out, children? Only the book which you selected to pull that from the stack, only that book comes from, children. Understand? Because you are not applying any force on the other books. All the books in the stack remains in the rest position. Only the book which you selected to pull out, that comes, because you applied here an external force, children. Understand? So we'll discuss what is static force or static inertia and dynamic inertia. What is static inertia and dynamic inertia? Static inertia. Okay, children. Static means rest. Then dynamic means movement. Simple, children. Static means rest. Dynamic means movement. Then what is inertia, sir? Inertia is nothing but tendency to be unremained or tendency to do nothing. Okay, children. I kept this duster on the table. It will be here on the table itself for number of years unless an external force acts on it. Understand, children? Understand, children? Inertia means tendency to do nothing. Tendency to do nothing. Simple example, children. You have a car. You park that car front of your house. Children, it will be in the rest position same unless you applied external force. Means simply if you up to that extent, means when you not start your car up to that extent, it will be in the same rest position, children. Okay, when you are applying any external force or someone is pushing that car, then its movement will be started, children. Inertia means tendency to do nothing. Or one more example, children. One more meaning is there, that is remains unchanged. Remains unchanged. Unchanged. Simple example, this board. Consider the example of board, children. Is it moving every time? No. It will be it is in the rest position, children. It remains unchanged. In the next class, if you see the same board, it will appear in the same position, not in that position or that position, children. Understand? So remains unchanged or tendency to do nothing. That is nothing but inertia. Static means rest, dynamic means movement. So children, static inertia's definition is the body which is at rest, will tries to stay at rest. Understand, children? This is the definition for static inertia. The body which is at rest will tries to stay at the rest position. Understand? If any body which is at rest position, it tries to stay in the same rest position, children. It tries to stay in the same rest position. That is static inertia. It does not accept any change. It does not accept any change, children, unless an external force acts on it. That is static inertia. Then what is dynamic inertia, sir? The body which is in uniform motion. In the place of rest I am writing here movement or uniform motion. Uniform motion. So children, the body which is at uniform motion will tries to stay at the same uniform motion. Children will tries to stay in the same uniform motion. You have kicked a football, children, in the ground. It tries to move in the same constant motion. Unless another football player in the opposite direction, if he stops, then only the ball comes to the halt position. Unless it's moves continuously, it starts to move in the same uniform motion. That is dynamic inertia. Once again, children, static inertia means the body which is at rest will tries to stay at rest. It does not accept any change. Okay. Coming to the dynamic inertia, the body which is at a uniform motion will tries to stay at a same uniform motion. Children. Understand? This is all about static inertia and dynamic inertia, children. So next, children, some of the examples we see, children. Examples. See, children, in our day-to-day life, we experience a number of examples. We experience a number of examples, children. Okay, we'll see some of the examples. We see some of the examples right now. Some of the examples. Children, in order to do any kind of activity, we have to exert some force. If we want to read, we want to exert some force by talking, yes or no, by shouting. If we want to play, definitely we want to exert some force by using to ball or to bat, yes or no, children. Means to do any kind of activity, we need to exert some force. We need to exert some force. Even to smile also, children. To smile, we need some muscular force that gives the movement to smile, yes or no. So force. Force is being existed in every activity, children. Understand? If there is no force existed there, there is no kind of activity done there. Understand, children? So we will use we'll do number of activities day to day. No, we are using this force, children. But children, we are using this net force. But children, you think, sir, only the net force acting on that object? No, children. Some other also acting. What are the some other forces, you know, children? Force of gravity, air resistance, next force of gravity, air resistance, and frictional force, children. And frictional force. Children, there was a trolley and there was some weight on that trolley, that is 35 kgs. Right now you want to move that trolley. If you want to move that trolley, definitely you want to exert some force on that trolley, yes or no? That is nothing but net force. Children, even though you are applying some net force on that trolley, some other forces are also being acting on that trolley. What are that other forces, children? Force of gravity. The gravity continuously pulls all the objects. Okay. Next, air resistance. Even you are pulling the trolley, what happens? The air resists your trolley not to move in the forward direction. And frictional force, you know, between the tiles of the trolley and the floor, there exists a frictional force. That frictional force also stops the trolley not to move in the forward direction. So you are thinking, just sir, I am applying net force. Only one force, but other forces are also acting. But you cannot visualize that forces, children. You cannot see them. Understand? So we are discussing about net force, no, children. So some other forces we will see, children. If suppose a football is here, a football is placed on the football ground. Okay, a football is placed on the football ground. in the rest position. In the rest position. But children, even though it is in the rest position, will it changes its motion, children? No. Here the inertia, law of inertia is zero. Law of inertia is zero, children. Is zero. Means here you are not applying any force on it. You are not applying any external force. If there is no external force, the net force is equal to zero. Net force is zero. If you are applying some force to push the ball or to kick the ball, definitely you need some net force, that may be 9 or 8 something, children. But in this case, the law of inertia is zero. Why it is zero? Because it is staying in the rest position, children. It is in the rest position. Okay, next case, in order to kick the ball, definitely you need some net force. Children, okay, I kick right now this football. It starts moving in the upward direction because you kicked with a great amount of force. No, it is flying in the air right now. Children, even though it is flying in the air, one force is acting. What is that, children? Gravity always pulls that ball towards the down, towards the floor. And even though the ball falls on the ground, it starts to roll on the ground. No, then also one force is acting. What is that? Frictional force. The frictional force stops the ball, children, or slows down the motion of the ball, children. Understand? Here, number of external forces. Generally, we think that we are applying that force. Actually, other forces are also acting on the object, children. So, we will discuss inertia and mass in the next class, children. Inertia and mass. Inertia and mass in the next class. Thank you, children.